Coming up on First at 4, Kentucky lawmakers are working on a bill to address the need for substitute teachers in our state. We'll have the details. Plus, an appeals court unanimously says Donald Trump is not immune from federal criminal prosecution. What the former president plans to do next.
Plus, sunshine will continue through midweek, but we are tracking a few changes later this week. Those details coming up as Mountain News First at 4 starts now.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News First at 4.
Good afternoon, I'm Steve Hensley. First at 4, one man is facing charges after a drug bust in Hazard, and 10 years ago he was involved in a high-profile case involving the deaths of 4 people. WYMT's Chandler Wilcox has the latest.
Hazard police arrested Sean Harden for drug charges. Police said there was a warrant to arrest Harden. They later reportedly stopped Harden at the American Elite Hotel on Village Lane. Police said they found 1 pound of meth in his car and a handgun. Police then reportedly brought Harden into custody and took him to the Kentucky River Regional Jail. He faces several charges, including trafficking a controlled substance and possession of a handgun by a convicted felon. Sean Harden was convicted after a 2014 DUI crash killing 4 people in Breathitt County. In Hazard, Chandler Wilcox, WYMT Mountain News.
Police say the arrest occurred just after 2:30 a.m. Monday morning. Now, we talked to Sean Harden today in jail, and we'll have more from that tonight at 6. House Bill 387 is one of the many bills that's been proposed in the Kentucky legislature, and this morning it passed the Education Committee and is heading to the House. WYMT's Olivia Calfee joins us now with more on the bill. Olivia?
Thank you, Steve. House Bill 387 is officially heading to the House, passing the committee 20-0. Elementary school principal and House Representative Timmy Truitt sponsored the bill, saying he saw a need for more substitute teachers and felt if more people could become certified to fill that role, it would make a huge difference in the education system. Earlier today, we received a statement from Perry County Schools Superintendent Kent Campbell regarding the bill, which says, quote, "I believe this bill would help alleviate some of the shortages of substitute teachers that districts are facing. Having been a building administrator, I have seen substitutes over the years develop a passion for educating our young people. This encourages them to seek out a degree in education and begin teaching full time." I will have.
All right, Olivia, thank you. Some of the co-sponsors of this bill include Timmy Truitt, Josh Bray, Chris Fugit, Jacob Justice, Derek Lewis, and Tom Smith. Again, we'll have more on the bill coming up at 6.
Well, we are tracking some more nice weather across the mountains on this Tuesday afternoon. Let's take a live look in Southwest Virginia from UVA-wise. That current temperature up to 46 degrees as once again we are dry this afternoon under plenty of blue sky and sunshine. Up to 52 in Manchester, 50 for Jackson, also Hazard, and 48 over in Pikeville. So most of us right now in the upper 40s and lower 50s. A clean sweep on first alert pinpoint Doppler as once again high pressure continues to dominate much of the eastern U.S. and that will continue as we go into this evening, and more dry weather also on the way by Wednesday and most of your Thursday, but we are watching out for a few changes by late Thursday, also into your Friday and into your Super Bowl weekend. But this evening, if you have those plans, we stay dry under a mainly clear sky. Temperatures are chilly once the sun sets in the upper 30s and lower 40s this evening, and most of us wake up in the upper 20s and lower 30s as you walk out the door on Wednesday. More 60s are likely by Wednesday, Thursday, but again, those rain chances also not too far away, timing out those showers in just a little bit. Steve?
Cameron, thank you. An appeals court in the nation's capital ruled that former President Trump can stand trial in connection with charges he plotted to overturn the results of the 2020 election. The panel struck down Trump's broad claims of immunity. CBS's Skylar Henry has more on what comes next.
The D.C. Court of Appeals rejected former President Trump's claims he's immune from prosecution for his actions while in the White House and leading up to the Capitol riots on January 6, 2021. The three-judge panel issued a unanimous 57-page ruling.
They basically said that former President Trump, for present purposes, is citizen Donald Trump, and he enjoys no greater protection against criminal prosecution than any other citizen of the United States.
Trump sat in the front row when his lawyers made their arguments in January and has continued to plead his case on the campaign trail.
This isn't just me. This is all presidents. They have to be given immunity. Otherwise, they're going to be unable to act.
His camp responded to the ruling, saying President Trump respectfully disagrees with the D.C. Circuit's decision and will appeal it in order to safeguard the presidency and the Constitution. The wait for this ruling pushed back the federal election interference trial against the former president. It had been scheduled to get underway in less than a month. The former president's options for appeal include the U.S. Supreme Court.
I think it's probably likely the Supreme Court will act very quickly to not take this case.
All of this making it harder for the current GOP presidential frontrunner to avoid trial as voters weigh their options for the November ballots. Skyler Henry, CBS News, Washington.
Legal experts say a trial could be on the docket as soon as spring. The public got a chance to see King Charles for the first time since his cancer diagnosis. He was spotted in a car leaving Clarence House with his wife, Queen Camilla. Earlier, a car carrying Prince Harry arrived at the royal residence. The Duke of Sussex making the trip from California to visit his ailing father. Many people are hoping the King's cancer battle leads to a reconciliation between Harry and the royal family.
This whole family feud thing seems a bit silly in my opinion. They should make up and hopefully this brings them together a little bit more.
He's got to come back to see his father, hasn't he? I mean, it's the right thing to do.
Prince Harry is no longer a working royal, so he is not expected to take up royal duties. His brother, Prince William, will take on the role of the public face of the monarchy. Coming up on First at 4, the entertainment world is mourning the loss of country music star Toby Keith. We'll have a look back on his life and legacy.
And enjoy the sunny weather because rain chances are not far away. Those details coming up after this break.